Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Shark Tank. How's everybody doing? Good morning. I know there's a snowstorm, so you guys stay safe out there. Snowstorm. How's everybody doing? Hey, Cindy Lean, how you doing? Good to see you. Cindy from sunny South Florida. Good to see you. Goal Digger 737. Good to see you. My mod Jada Bod. Good to see you. Valerie Starfly. Good to see you. Beat in Florida. That's cool. We have some more Floridians in here. Nancy Luna. Good to see you. Jada Bod. Good to see you. Whitney. Good to see you. OG. Flojo. Good to see you. He says, "Let's go." That's right. Let's see who else is in here. The Secret Shade. Good to see you. Um, Sharon, good to see you. Aaron, good to see you. Stephanie, good to see you. Jazzy Jazz Jazz, good to see you. Dang. If I missed anybody, raise your hand. I love to say hello to everybody. And yeah, come join the chat. Come join the chat. Come be part of the conversation. Hey, Stars, good to see you. All right. And thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for your kind words. There's been a lot of comments in the comment sections under my videos, under my posts, and I really appreciate you guys' feedback, your guys' support, like very, very good words of encouragement. And yeah, that's really cool of you guys. Thank you guys so much. Never with teeth, huh? Oh, um, yeah. How's everybody doing? So let's go. That's right. That's funny. That's my nephews. Uh, they're like 10, 9, and then my other one's 14. He's uh, he's getting up there, and it's that's where I get it from. They're like, "Let's go, let's go." It's so funny. They're so funny. Um, so I'm gonna jump right into it. Inmate information. So last night, SF Investigates came out that Neo. Let me share this tab first. He came out with this 9 hours ago, and so let me see. Make sure you guys can see. Okay, so he came out with this 9 hours ago that Neo was in LA. So I was like, okay. So I looked at it. I'm like, all right. And so I started searching to see where he was, and I found where he was, and it's like sleuthing 101. You know what I mean? It's like this is what I like to do, is like the hunt, the sleuthing. And so I mean, what I did, hey, what's up, Esquire? What's up, Ms. Ark? This Shizark. The Shark Tank has been on a heater. You ready? Let's go. Yeah, absolutely, we have been. Thanks to you guys, man. And so what I did is I started just putting the number, the ID numbers, the booking numbers into the system. The locators, inmate locators, and then I found out where he was, and I was like, wait a minute, is this it? And so it actually, hold on, let me read what he was saying. I'm still kind of waking up a little bit. I took a nap. uh, So SF Investigate says, and this was 9 hours ago, Neil Langston has been extradited to Los Angeles and is currently in custody with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. And so he posted this up. So that right there, I started to search. Okay, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. He's in that custody details. And so I just started looking for that location, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, ID number. A lot of this stuff is public. Uh, uh, yeah, the thing is, it's just, um, to me, it's not about being first. It's about just trying to get it right. You know, sometimes what happens when you try to rush it, you get information that's not correct or accurate or completed, right? And you know, I get caught up in that too. I really do. Hey, Jada, good to see you. And but you know, this was what I was doing this morning when this came out, and I was just looking, and it's all public information. You know, it's all public information. The booking number. Here's the booking number. So I found it, and then you know, he's officially now in L.A. Neo, and it's wild because when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, and I looked on Reddit, and there was nothing on Reddit of this, nothing. So I was like, all right, cool, you know. Um, I was like, should I go live right now? It was like super early in the morning, and I was like, should I just go? And I'm like, no, just wait, dude, just do some more research. But it was, I mean, this is just sleuthing 101 here, you know what I mean? Sleuthing 101. You get the booking number, you get the information, and it's all public record. It's all public record. And so we see here Langston Neo, Christopher, male, race, other, charge. So he's charged with a misdemeanor here. There's a few things that stuck out to me, which was the misdemeanor, and then the time that he was booked, the date he was booked. I mean, he was here yesterday at what is it, 11:27 p.m. from this document. See, and these are official documents, straight from the source, straight from the Inmate Information Center, which is all public. The agency, the arrest agency is 4249, which is LAPD Gang Activity Unit, which is interesting. The time that he was booked was 11, what did we say? 11:27 p.m. yesterday. And then the booking location too, this one, it's LAPD Jail Division. So I was looking into that too, because these have like codes, you know, these names. And yeah, they wasted no time, right? Jadabot, they wasted no time. No freaking time. And I was like, man, you know, I kept saying that in the earlier lives. I was like, man, these guys are not playing around. These guys are not playing around with this. And yeah, it was like 5:56 p.m. Montana time, and then all of a sudden at 11:27 p.m. he's already in LA. Um, they're just not messing around with this case, and that's what I'm seeing right now. It's like the DA is not messing around. Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning, Yashoda. Hey, good to see you. So it was real quick from Montana coming over here, real quick. So his total bail amount is 60,000. So he does have a chance to bail out. And then the housing, you know, location LAPD, permanent housing assigned 12326. So I mean, again, this is all public information. Whoopsies. See right there, inmate locator. Hold on, let me share my screen again. Let me show you guys where he's at. Because a lot of people thought that he was going to be in the twin something, but he's actually over here. Let me see, make sure that I got this right. Okay, so he's here. He's in LAPD Metropolitan Detention Center. Oh wow, he bonded out this morning. Look at that, 9:09 a.m. Breaking news. He bonded out. Dang. Wow, that's wild. So I guess he bonded out. Jeez, man. So it's 10:12 right now. So he bonded out an hour ago. Jeez, look at that. That is wild. That is wild. So, but this is where he was held. The bond amount was 60,000. Yeah, that's what I expected too. Once I saw that, I was like, okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see what's going on. That's wild. Some more breaking news. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. And so, give me a second, guys. Let me. That is wild. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find some more information. So my sources are saying that he got bonded out for 6,000 this morning. Jeez, man. You know, I saw that too, and I was like, you know, what happens if he gets bonded out, right? And so what they do the majority of the time is they set a trial date fast after that because he, um, with the bond and the bail, the dudes that is a flight risk, is a flight risk. That is wild. So I guess he bonded out an hour ago. Jeez, man, that's wild. Yeah, I don't think he'll be allowed to leave, but that is crazy. That is wild. I mean, some more breaking news now. I mean, an hour ago, he got bonded out from this place. So he wasn't here. And now I'm getting my sources are saying that one of my sources is saying that he got bonded out an hour ago by at least 6,000. Gee, yeah, no wonder he was smiling, huh? But this is where he was at. And man, that is wild. That is wild. So this is where he was at. So I mean, what they do normally is when they set that bail amount so high for a misdemeanor like that, is because they're afraid that you're gonna, because you know you're a high risk to flee. Hey, meow, good to see you. Some cool names in here. And so the thing is that you know, they set the bail amount so high because it's a misdemeanor. Um, but that's the thing. It's because you know you're a flight risk, and it's a high profile case as well. So, but he has money, so I doubt it. Says Deldink. How you doing, Deldink? Good morning. Let me grab a little bit of this coffee right here. Yeah, I forget what percentage it is, but yeah, 6,000. Meow says he was smiling because he knew he wasn't staying. Could be it, right? Give me a second. Let me see 1 second. Let me just see 1 second real quick. That is wild. I mean, I wonder, I mean, if he didn't show up to his 10% goal. Okay, thank you. Um, you know, the thing with that is like if he didn't show up for court just to make a witness statement, um, what makes us think that he's gonna go and to testify in LA, you know, in the Superior Court of Los Angeles? So I'm like, you know, it's just, man, I don't know. That's just really discouraging, really. You know, the thing is like that whole that whole thing for them to hold them there is for him to, you know, put a little pressure on that dude, you know, that kid, you know, Neo. He's like what, 22? And you know, it's a little disheartening to see that he just bailed an hour ago, you know, right when I'm coming on live, and the dude's like out already. Um, and hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. So let me go back to over here. Let me go back to that screen. Let me share my screen again. Yeah, that's really disheartening. But that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm wondering. Is like, okay, if he didn't show up to with he's not arrested to go testify over there that morning yesterday. I mean, what makes you think he's going to try to testify here? It makes no sense. Hopefully the dude doesn't flee, man. Hopefully the dude doesn't flee and he stays put in LA so he can testify. I don't know what the thing is. So man, it's wild. It's wild stuff. And so, oh man. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. So yeah, that right here. Let me see. Uh Man, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. How do you guys feel about that? That he bonded out an hour ago as I'm going live. Isn't that wild? And do you guys think, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think he's going to testify or is he going to flee? I mean, I think that's a fair question. I think that's a fair question, right? Freaking wild, man. Oh, wow. Look at that. Right when I said that, SF Investigates posted something. That's wild. Look at that. Right when we started going live and said something, he posted something. All right. So, yeah, it's confirmed. That is wild. Let me share this real quick. That is wild because I get notifications too over here. So I just got to click on it. So if you guys see this, SF Investigate is saying Neil Langston bonded out at 9:41 a.m. this morning. Oh, so that was even closer to. Dang, that's like less than an hour ago. Jeez, man. This morning he's no longer in custody. Bonded out. Custody details. Look at that. Jeez, man. That's funny. Right when we said it with that breaking news, he comes out. That's crazy. So we're a little bit ahead sometimes of it, but it's not about being first to me. It's just about the facts, what's out there, and it's good to see official documents too. Um, Dang, so that's great, man. So he's either in LA, they told him that he can't leave, or he might, had a lawyer and said, hey, you can leave, but you got to be in court in Montana or in LA. I mean, you just never know with these little details that go behind the scenes, but that's crazy. I mean, SF Investigates just came out with this. I got an alert on here and I was like, what the heck? So that's funny. Like right when I said that, he comes out with that. That's funny. But it's good to see that. It's good to see that everybody's doing their part and putting out information out. You got SF, you got Reddit, and you got you just got the web the web sleuths like myself and other people that really want justice for Celeste Rivas, and they want really somebody to be held accountable for what happened to her. And geez, man, it's crazy how like things move fast, right? That's what happens, things there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, 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 one thing after another after another. I mean, I went live back to back to back now, and so now we're seeing that he bailed it out, bonded out. Cindy from Sunny South Florida, 10% bonding standard. Jada Boss says, I would think he has to stay in LA. Meow says he's not running. If he testifies in front of a grand jury, it'll be sealed, then back to total silence. Right, right. So we are seeing this. Del Dinks asked, Mark, do you think they know where David is? I think the lawyer, in my opinion, has to know obviously where he is, and LAPD should know where he is, and his parents. I think those are the three people that are that really know where he's at. Hey, Miss Dizzle, good morning. Hope he's being watched and tracked, says Whitney. I would hope so too, right? Well, that's wild. So this just came out. That is wild. So he bonded out. He's probably just, I don't know if he's still in LA getting breakfast, like you guys are saying. Has an ankle monitor be in Florida? That's a good question. Those are the little details that we don't know yet. And that's the thing. You're right. It's like he goes to the grand jury and testifies, and it's all sealed. It's all behind closed doors, and there's no transparency. And then we're not seeing any information. If there was transparency, we would be covering this. People would be there. The web sleuths people would be covering this. The media would be covering. There'd be more coverage on this. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, I mean, one of my sources was saying that he bonded out an hour ago, and I was like, whoa, okay. Right when I came on live, and I was like, hey, this is where he's at. And then like 22 seconds ago, SF Investigates drops this, and it's like confirms that he bonded out. An hour ago at 9. What did he say? 9:41 a.m. this morning, and it's 10:24 a.m. here in California time. Yashoda says, can they put an ankle monitor on someone who's not a victim? The thing, I mean, it's up to the judge. It's up to the courts. It's up to the, police, what they're going to do, the bonding agencies, what they're going to do. Right? Because when you're bonded out, you're putting $6,000 down as collateral to say, hey, if you don't show up, the $6,000 is mine. And if they want to impose an ankle monitor so you can show up to court, then they could do that too. But I'm just not sure if they did or didn't. Freaking wild, man. So that's funny. I mean, it's like, it's not funny. I'm saying it's like, damn, that's so wild. So he just bonded out. That's so wild, man. Let me share something else too. Couple things. So Sakura is on X, and Jason the Wing is on X as well. And Jason says the truth will always come to light. And then Sakura, as you guys know, Asia was was throwing shade at her. Well, not. I mean, she pretty much called her out on her live, and she says that the truth will always prevail. That is wild. That is wild. Um, Jada, but I think what happens is like they go to a bond agency. They say, hey, your family goes into that agency. They put down cash, whatever collateral, or whatnot, and then you get released with restrictions, either an ankle monitor, either hey, if you do this or that, you have to stay here. Miss Dizzle. Well, that's the thing, Miss Dizzle. When you hear reports like that, you have to go to the source. You have to go to the actual court documents and stuff. And that's what I like to do is go into these official documents and see what it says on there. because some people were reporting no bond, no bail. So I'm not sure if that was there or here or whatnot, or how that works with Montana law or courts, versus California, LA courts. So that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a fair question too. Um, and yeah, I don't know where David is. I've always said that he's with his family. That's just my opinion. That I will, that I've thought he's always with his family in Texas. I mean, he could be anywhere for all we know. He could be anywhere for all we know. And so I know, Miss Dizzle, me too. Right? I wanted him. We all wanted him to sit there for a little bit. And when they said 30 days to sit there, I was like, yeah, sit your ass in there for 30 days. Think about what you did, because as I was saying before, it's like you're there with just you and your thoughts. So I mean, it's just strange that he would not show up for being a witness, get arrested, get extradited from Montana. Um, that was in Mexico. Stars, that's funny. Oh man, I mean, you never know. You never know with these people, man. You never know when you're up against the wall. You never know. And so, oh, man, yeah, Flo, that's what I'm saying. You have to look at like the official documents, because sometimes journalists get it wrong too. They try to be first, and that's what happens sometimes. I'm on X. Oh yeah, I am on X. Hey, Mariska, good morning. Um, Behind blue eyes. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. They will bond him out once he's returned to the jurisdiction, especially since he doesn't have a criminal record. That's another thing too, right? And the thing to me with the high bond, 60,000, 6,000 that he had to put up front is that, and it's a misdemeanor too that he was. Let me go back to that. That was another thing that stuck out to me too. Let me share my screen. That's another thing that stuck out to me. The 60,000, the LAPD gang activity, the jail where he was booked at, the time, and then it's the oh, look, the charge is a felony now. What the heck? That wasn't that like that. Even I put it on my thumbnail, but now it's a felony charge. Did you guys see that? Whoa, I didn't. That's wild. Look at that. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Do you guys see that? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Wow, I just noticed that because it was a misdemeanor. Let me see if I took a picture of that as it was a misdemeanor. Holy shit. So that was upgraded. So I know I'm not. Okay. I'm not just tired. All right. Right. But earlier it said that it was a misdemeanor. When I first saw it earlier, whoa. Let me see if I took a screenshot of that when it said misdemeanor. Hold on a second. Let me see. Oops. No, it's not it. Let me look for it. Let's see. Yeah, see, look. I did take a screenshot of it. Check it out. See, when I first saw this in the morning, right? Look, I did. Look, it's a misdemeanor. Check that out. Look, a misdemeanor. And then it got upgraded to a felony. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 That's something. See, now it got upgraded to a felony. Oh, I see. So the agency, the LAPD gang activity is the robbery and homicide division. Oh, wow. But look at that. That is wild. Yeah, I've heard of that too. I've heard of that too, where Miss Dizzle, where people people get taking their passports away, or they're voluntarily give it out, give it to law enforcement as a sign of good faith, or by their lawyers, like, look, we gave him the passports. He's not going nowhere. That's wild. Look at that. So what's a misdemeanor now? Let me look at the other one. Give me a second. Let me bring that one up. Upgraded to a felony. Okay. I mean, is he even going to show up? I mean, I'm really like, so see, now that says felony. That is wild. That is wild. So that's interesting, that seeing it upgrade from in real time, like from a misdemeanor to a felony. Right. If he does, I mean, isn't that like a valid question? Is he even going to show, if he didn't show up yesterday morning for one where he wasn't even forced to go? Yeah, I'm glad I took a screenshot of that. Right? Because I'm like, because then I would be tripping. I would be like, wait a minute, wait a second. Am I tired? Am I just tired? Give me a second, guys. Let me take a little quick bite of my avocado toast and take a sip of my coffee. If you guys are just joining me, the inmate information here on the website, official website for the Los Angeles Sheriff Department, was upgraded to a felony, from a misdemeanor to a felony. And wow. Right, Adele, right. It's not delete, it's screenshot. Yeah. So that was a good call. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there too. I know there's like a snowstorm in the East Coast, so hey, you guys stay safe out there, man. Stay indoors. If you guys don't need to go out, don't go out. That's interesting. That is interesting. Guys, if you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button. Por favor, please. Would really help out this small channel. I know, Shelly Malone. It happens. Sometimes you got to do something with the phone. Sometimes you got to do something with YouTube. But pretty much we're breaking news here back to back, Shelly. That's all. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Neil bonded out about literally an hour ago. His wrists are still probably hurting. He's still probably massaging those wrists. He's like, oof. Probably getting some breakfast. Probably checking out LA with his parents or with the mom's boyfriend. Yeah, I know, Jess, right? I came on here and I was like, all right, he's here. And then I was like, I got a message saying he bonded out. Right? And then a minute later, SF Investigates confirmed it. So I know, on a weekend. But hey, I mean, if you got $6,000 in cash, I mean, I think places will open. I don't know. Probably his The mom's boyfriend, the mom, who knows? Somebody did. Somebody brought 6K cash or collateral, right? Sometimes they'll do collateral. Careful, Jazz. Careful. We don't condone violence here. Ginger Diva. Ooh, that coffee. I need to warm up my coffee again. Jess says, I hope he skips bail. I mean, that's the thing, right? Yeah, I was asking the chat earlier. I was like, I mean, is he even gonna show up? Yeah, sometimes your home is used as collateral. Oof. I mean, could you imagine? Okay, check this out. Um, could you imagine that his parents, the boyfriend, the mom, they put the house on collateral, and the dude skips bail, and he doesn't show up? What happens to the house? I don't know. They put a lien on it or what? Okay. Dog the bounty hunter on standby. He's on standby. um, Shelly says another example why rich people think they can get away with things and they can't. It seems, says Shelly. I know, right? It kind of seems like you can throw money here, here, and there, and it's like that's what it is. Mariska says, is there a page with the charges? I haven't seen anything with the charges, but from my understanding, it's just a failure to appear. From what I've done in research, Ghost says, I mean, you can put 6K on a credit card. Yeah, you can. Right? Yeah, you can max out those credit cards. Yeah. B in Florida says, Mark, you think this means that DA doesn't think he helped unalive Celeste since they let him bond out? Well, you guys are asking some really good questions because if he's just a witness, I was thinking about this last night or this morning. To me, it's like, okay, what are you witness to? Are you a witness to seeing something incriminating? Are you a witness to seeing David and Celeste Rivas together, right? In a romantic capacity? Are you a witness to who moved the Tesla? Are you a witness to, what did you witness? What was your role in all of this? Were you just an innocent, are you as innocent as um or are you just an innocent person? Are you a victim as well? Right? So I'm just like, what have you been witnessing to, and what did you see? What did you hear? What did you read? Um, it's just all interesting. So, as a witness, I see it as that. So, very good questions, man. Keep up the conversation. You guys are doing great. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button. Really helps me out with the algorithm. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for being real cool and real kind and your messaging in my videos. Excuse me. Commenting. That helps a lot too. with the algorithm. That really helps out, push it out there. That's cool. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. Really uplifting, really uplifting. Um, yeah, right, Native Girl. We'd love to hear from you guys. Yeah, if you guys are just lurking, come in and say hi. Yeah, that's the thing, right? If it you know, because you see this in other cases, right? And so in my mind, I think, okay, if they only have circumstantial evidence, what about all the video? What about all the digital footprints? Where's Celeste's phone? That's another question that's been on our minds, right? Where is Celeste's phone? And sometimes they don't even need your phone nowadays to see what's going on. But it's just like, man, you're telling me that you only have you just have witnesses. You don't have Tesla camera footage. You don't have this footage from the house. You don't have uh, digital footprints from uh, from phones, from Discord. I mean, look at Discord. What about that? IP addresses. You're telling me there's none of that? Come on. You know, and we've seen so many pictures of like Celeste Rivas and allegedly Celeste Rivas and David. You know, but you match that up with what people are saying in his Discord, and it's like, hey, that's Celeste. Hey, that's you at the Fonda Theater. You know, you match that up. So, and I hope that LAPD, robbery homicide division, and the DA can piece those pieces together like we have as web sleuths. And you know, it's just, I mean, we deep dive into this. We've gone on my Discord, we've gone on Voices, and we go deep. And you know, I'm just being very optimistic. This is a little disheartening that he bonded out an hour ago. Give me a sec. Let me take a bite of this. Let me read comments. You guys are doing good. Some coffee. Are you guys staying warm out there in the East Coast? I feel bad for you guys. First Liberties podcast. Good to see you. Welcome. War and Peace. Good to see you. Aaron, good to see you. Tommy, good to see you. Let's see what the Shark Tank is up to. Let's see what you guys are saying. You guys are keeping the conversation. I love it. I agree. First Liberties podcast. That a lot of it is circumstantial, and circumstantial evidence is really powerful. I agree with that 100%. Look at the Delphi case. If anybody's familiar with the Delphi case, with the murder of Abby and Libby, with the unaliving of Abby and Libby, Richard Allen was convicted on circumstantial evidence, testimony, and that was huge. You know, the bullet, his testimony, eyewitnesses, um, and that was all circumstantial evidence, and that was powerful evidence. Piecing them together, the timeline, boxing them into the timeline. So yeah, I agree with that. Very good comment. First Liberties podcast. Very good comment. Jackie says if he has to stay in LA, I don't know where he would stay unless in a hotel. His parents do have money. Right. I mean, they could stay in a hotel. I mean, there's tons of hotels out there. Airbnb hotels. Adele says, like, the only pics and evidence of Celeste alive are all linked to David and no one else. Come on, right, Adele? It's like, come on. Come on. Thomas says, yeah, the digital information that we are even aware of, thanks to SF, is far from circumstantial. Warren P says, of course. Aaron says, nothing from the autopsy, nothing at all. It's sealed right now, Aaron. And so we're not able to see that. We're not privy to that. It's sealed by a court order. It was requested and then granted. So that is sealed. And that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge in this case. Shell says her name is not on her phone that she used, burner, and is gone now, she thinks. Lumi says the relationship between David and his circle can easily be proven, but they needed hard evidence of what happened to Celeste. Yeah, I agree. Native Girl says, thanks for joining us. Marisa. Hey, good to see you, Marisa. Just joining. Do we know why they went from no bond to deciding to let him post bond? Well, it was probably bond. The no bond wasn't even probably there. It was just probably assumed. From the documents that I saw, it says bail amount, bond amount. So that's what it is, and he bonded out. Meow says this is what they're paying these hotshot lawyers to do. All they have to do is not talk. Star says, Adele, yeah, we are anticipating widespread power outage after the storm hits. Oof, that's rough. The Secret Shed, and don't forget how that guy also has many people screaming he's innocent, which is ridiculous. Yeah, that happens a lot with cases. You'll start to see people that are, for guilty and then for innocent. With this, I mean, with this, it's kind of seems like it's so obvious that that I don't want to say. Let me say this in a fair way. Let me just say it like this. There's some people that think that when cases like this happen, people think some people are innocent. Some people think that the suspect or the person of interest is guilty. Okay, that's just. I just want to be careful how I say that. Let's see. Adele says someone on Reddit said Neil could be in the valley with his grandparents. Yeah, Reddit's been on fire lately. Did Ellie ever find Celeste's phone? Be in Florida asked. That hasn't been stated, but that's a good question, and that's what we're all wondering. Where is Celeste's phone? Does LAPD have it? Does David have it? Who has that phone? Crystal, hey, good to see you. Was probably just in the states that they picked him up from, or what you said. It never said that. Warren P says, I'm sure David is paying for a lot for his silence. It makes me worry what is happening behind the scenes. Right. It does make you wonder what really is going behind the scenes and what they're telling them. And we could guess because of his actions that the lawyer is saying, hey, don't say anything, keep your mouth shut. And we haven't heard anything from him. Nothing. No statement, no sorry for your loss. No hey, here's some flowers, no condolences, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's see. Sarah says, hey, good to see you. How you doing? I'm sure he has a few people who he can stay with in LA. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they have friends in LA. That's a possibility too. Adele says Celeste's phone disappeared, etc. Points to intention too. She thinks, because I haven't heard if it's disappeared or if it's in custody. If Neil has family in LA, of course he's there. I just assume he hasn't, says the secret shade. Okay. Native Girl says, for those of you in the path of this bad weather, stay safe, stay warm, reach out to someone just to say hello if you can. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Stay safe out there. Are you guys being hit with it right now, or is it coming up? Jake called, they never found the phone. But is that proven that they never found the phone? I haven't seen anything confirming that they did or they didn't. And I don't think they would tell us anyway if they do or they don't, in my opinion. But it's a possibility that, yeah, they didn't find the phone. It's a possibility that they have it in their possession. And it's also possible that they just have the MEID number. That's a possibility too. Star says, I don't have proof of this, but I think Celeste Holmes have her phone. They allegedly had access to her socials at the beginning of the case. Oh, right. That's right. That's a good point. That's a good observation. Right? It's a good observation. Whoa. First Liberty Podcast says there really is a chance that David isn't responsible for the murder. That's definitely her in Maryland. He went one day, she went another. Don't be surprised if he isn't charged for the death at least. Well, that's the thing. We don't know the outcome yet. It hasn't happened, so that's a possibility too. It is possible that the grand jury, if it is a grand jury and not just an investigative grand jury, that they could dismiss the case. That's an option too. It's an option for the grand jury to dismiss the case. Let's see. Valerie says, no, I don't think Celeste's parents agreed, but language barrier and then that's it. Cut off. Crystal says, hi. Hey, how you doing, Crystal? Good to see you. The secret shade says the phone is long gone. So much time to get rid of it. Valerie says, lack of resources with a rebellious child on the grip of a full cash wrapper. Mariska, you are supposed to be able to click on the case number for details, but it is disabled. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Native Girl says, justice for Celeste Rivas. Absolutely. Lumin says, Celeste had an iPhone 15 Pro Max with hard black cover. Then in the summer of 2024, she had a different phone. Oh, that's a good eye. Secret Shit says, I thought that's a different phone. I thought David bought her one that he paid for the bills for. Marisa says, I still wonder about Esmeralda. I wonder if David and her have communicated since Celeste was discovered. The secret says, otherwise the parents could have tracked her when she was missing in 2024. That's a good point. But if you don't have that enabled, right? Find my phone. I mean, I don't know how that works, right? How LAPD or detectives or law enforcement are able to ping that phone. I mean, I'm sure they need a search warrant. I'm sure they need to contact the service providers. Eileen says, and some are as dumb as rocks too. Yeah. How you doing, Eileen? How you been? You feeling better? Beam Forward says, in theory, Ellie could use Neil to wear a wire or in a similar way. Whoa. Whoa. Can you imagine? Starts wearing a wire, go sees David, and he's like, hey, David, I just got out. They were trying to question me, but I didn't say shit about the murder. Oh, that's cool, my man. That's cool. Did you imagine that? Star says, storm hasn't hit yet. Anticipating around 7 p.m. tonight. School has already been canceled for Monday. Wow. They had Celeste's Facebook, but not her social access. Not her other social access. Let's see. Esmeralda. That was her cousin, I believe. Yeah, thank you, Go. If you guys want to help support the channel, there is my Cash App and my Venmo. It's not required, it's not necessary, but it is appreciated. Thank you, Go. First Liberty Podcast says, let me see. When LAPD searched the house, they took numerous electronic devices. The LAPD never said who owns what and we can't know until the indictment is unsealed. Yep, good point. Marisa says, here in Chicago, it felt like minus 25 for 2 days, so snow as of yet. It's coming tonight and tomorrow morning. Jeez. Aaron says, storm at 3 a.m. all the way through Monday. Dang. A lot of East Coasters here. Marisa says, Esmeralda is Celeste's cousin who was with them at Six Flags and at the Las Vegas concert, and who knows where else. Oh, let me bring that up. Let me bring that picture up real quick, because you guys are asking. Here we go. There she is. Another picture right there too. That's in Vegas. Yeah, that's her right there. The cousin. A lot of questions. A lot of questions. A lot of fair questions. Yeah, hit the like button. It is free. Absolutely. Thank you, Ned Girl. Jess says, I think David has it. To me, that makes sense, especially since if it was found they shared accounts, it would take the phone to try to delete things, photos, videos, etc. He probably needed to get rid of some of her accounts and messages. Adele, did security and Jason tweet at the same time? Let me see how far apart they were. Yeah, it looks like that. Looks that way within hours. Yeah. Freaking wild, man. Freaking wild. I don't know. I'm a little disheartened, but it's something, and it's just that misdemeanor got upgraded to a felony. So let's see. Share my screen. Hold on a second. Let me read over comments real quick. Let's see. 3 a.m. all the way to Monday. Read that. All grand juries are investigative. TMZ is driving me nuts with that one. First Liberty podcast is saying, oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying they're like playing with the words, huh? Okay. Oh, I like how you think. Let's see, Jess. I'm sensing snarky shark time coming. Might be too early in the morning for me for that, but hey, you guys are more than welcome. Jackie says, hope this poor girl gets justice she deserves. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're all here for that. Same reason. Absolutely. Oops. Let's see. Tommy says, that's what I was thinking. The feds might think that David or his lawyer would reach out to Neil and use him as bait. That would be some 3D chess right there, huh? Bring him over here, set him free, put a water on him. Wild. Maybe it's the Curlis talking, says Adele. Maybe. That's because that's the thing, right? From Rob to now, it's like how many witnesses and who were the witnesses that um, have been testifying. Yeah. And as we know, Rob was testifying for about three days, and maybe more. Just as I think David has it to me makes sense, especially since it was. Oh, did I read that one? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Esmeralda have a student life and she never thought Celeste was in danger. Adele says FBI can tap all their phones. Stress Shardy says Mark sounds like a nice guy for being a shark. Thank you. Lumi says she was in high school when Celeste ran away. Thank you, Gold, for posting that. Thank you, Native Girl, for welcoming people in. So welcoming, you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Robin, Neil bonded out. Is that true? Yes. We broke the news right here that he bonded out. I'm trying to see where I left off with the. Oh, that's Sakura's boyfriend, Jason the Ween. Supposedly, he was saying that he didn't know David, but there's a bunch of evidence that he knew David, not just a one-time, two-time meeting. But I get it. People try to distance themselves from David, so that's fair. Just says, I don't know if the FBI will actually do anything, not to get into it too much, but the fact that some people are heavily pushing to normalize preying on children, I have wondered if they've let him off. Crystal says, I'm in Lake Elsinore and it's warming up here. Oh, right on. Have you been to the memorial? Warren P says, no way anyone thought she was 19. I agree with you with that 100%. I mean, not only the way she looks, but the way she acts. She acts like a little kid. And when you're 11, 12, 13, 14, and you're around 20-year-olds, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds, it's light years in gap. Star says, I think we need to question why Neil was picked up by the gang unit. Valerie says 764 organization. Whoa. Yeah, I covered that organization. It's pretty wild stuff. Star says points to organized crime. If so, but Celeste's case is being handled by robbery and homicide, so it's confusing. Right. From my understanding, that robbery and homicide division are the same. They're under the same umbrella. Right, Adele. She sounded like a kid. Yeah, acted like a kid. Absolutely. Robin says, I heard Neil bonded out. Is that true? Yes. The secret shed. Jazz, I unfortunately agreed. Cindy from sunny South Florida says, stay safe and warm. Adele, Jason and Sakura throwing hints there big time. I think so too. Jackie, Native Girl, no, not really, but we normally get a couple inches at a time for the snow. Oh, wow. Just as Jason is a blonde guy, he's Asian and was pretty much one of the only people to address things. He said he doesn't deeply know them and doesn't know anything. First Celebrity Podcast says Neil won't qualify for bond. He stays until he talks. Yeah, he bonded out. Star says, Adele, we just need Sakura to tell us what the smell was now. Oh, shit. Shelly Malone, when was this taken? She looks older. The use of grand jury, says the First Lady Podcast, is a necessary part of the investigation phase. Whether or not they indict, they are all used to investigate. Robin says, wow, just wow. I know, right? Meow says, who is Neo's lawyer? That's a good question. Is it Harvey? No, I don't know. Murphy, hey, good to see you. I remember a video from this old Twitter page showing a 16-year-old and a 10-year-old girl he called his daughter. Celeste would have been that age at the time. Whoa. Crystal says maybe it was a misdemeanor for not showing up to court, and when they found him in another state, it changed to a felony for running. Murphy says, I'm in contact with someone who followed his old page to retrieve the video and check if Celeste was in it on it. Hope it's still there. I could show exactly when he first met her. Whoa, yeah. If you here, I'm gonna have one of my moms put my email down there. Yeah, if you have any information, guys, feel free to send that to me. Star says, let's see. I just lost my spot. Okay, yeah, okay, so yeah. Murphy, if you get the video, please send to. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you do get the video, send it. Yeah. Dates are important. And who knows, maybe that tip or that video could be the one that seals his fate. First Liberties podcast. If Niels Lawyer and I hate that effort, lock him up. B in Florida says, great question. Who has testified? Right. Who has testified since Rob testified and then from Neil's arrest and bond? Just says, yeah, as soon as I heard FBI, my second thought was, oh no, I don't like to bring certain things like that up out of respect for Mark, but it doesn't make you wonder. Hey, you're entitled to your opinion. I just hope the right people are on this case. Star says, being Florida, we know for sure Rob and SF have testified. Jackie call everyone who lives on the West Coast careful about ICE. Yeah. Thank you, Goal. If you guys like to become part of the Shark experience, like, sub, and share. And if you like to deep dive deeper into this case, like we do in our Discord in voices, we go deep. And that way I could hear your guys' opinion. Feel free to become a member. My Discord is members only. And I get to hear you guys' opinions and thoughts. And I mean, we go deep. I like to hear your guys' perspective too. Stress Shardy 8748. Is Neil gonna get lost now that he bonded out? What's next now? I know, right? Just roaming around downtown LA. Could you imagine? Meow says, wait, what the F is wrong with us for not thinking a 13-year-old, 14 was in danger when they're adult man? Crystal says, yes, it's down the street from me. I can send you a pic, a video if needed. Yeah. Yeah, if you can, that would be cool. I'll share that. Yeah. It's always good to talk to locals there too. You'll see if you go there, you'll see a shark that I put there from all of us. You'll see two sharks there on the left and one on the right. You'll see it's like a little keychain type of shark. Robinson, sorry, I just got here from work and jumped on here late. Yeah, no worries, no worries. You guys come in. You guys come and go as you please. Absolutely. Yeah. No need to apologize. Thank you for joining us, guys. I appreciate it. Meow says, I lose it. I lose it if something happened to my little cousins. I agree. B in Florida says, does anyone really believe that DA Beth is going to let him off? That's ludicrous. I mean, she's no joke. She is no joke. Let's see. Cole says he more than likely has been given instructions on what he can and can't do, possibly. Yeah. When you get bail, that's what they tell you. You don't leave. You don't do this. You don't do that. There's restrictions to that. Jess says, okay, let's talk about how Ginger Diva was able to convince so many people that the relationship was okay, especially his parents. What did he say? How did he prove so many people that it's okay? Man, that's a good question. You know, I think it's just a manipulation that's just a manipulator, in my opinion. I really do think the dude is a manipulator. The secret chase says, well, his family won't say ish. He's their golden goose. Jackie, what if he says, I don't know nothing? David has his song out. Thank you, Native Girl. Yeah, if you guys have any information related to the case, you guys can email me at marktheshark943@outlook.com. Thank you. Just as hi, Mark, I'm reading this message to say, nom nom nom, I'm a shark king, meow. What? Uh, you guys are funny. Let's see. Where's my? I lost my spot. Why do I hate losing my spot when I'm reading comments? Because I'm on a roll and then I lose where I'm at. Sorry, I speak French and I try to speak English. Oh, you're good, Valerie. You're fine. Thank you, mods. Thank you, mods, for holding it down. Meow says they're paying those lawyers not to be indicted. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Thank you, Native Girl. Thank you, Goal. Yeah, if you guys want to share your opinions and thoughts or just say hello, jump on in here. And if you have any information pertaining to this case, you'd like to contact me, there is my email. Absolutely. Thank you, mods. No, Val, you're good. You're fine. Star says, Val, you're okay. I think most of us are patient. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're a pretty cool group of people here. Um, really good group of people who are here for the right reasons. I'm just catching up on chat. Let's see. Being from wrong, do we know for sure that Neil wasn't put in front of a grand jury and already yesterday and bonded is for a different charge? I don't think so. I don't think that he would be in front of a grand jury late like that and then bonded out. I think that would be way too. I mean, anything's possible. I just don't see it. But good question. Secret Shed, it would be listed. There's more than one misdemeanor felony, I think. Merci beaucoup, says Native Girl. You know French? I didn't know that. Star says, be in Florida. I think Neil arrived in LA last night around 11:30. How far was who from LA? Oh, yeah, you did, Jess. Star says, meow, he was scooped up in Helena, Montana. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Crystal, yeah, whenever you have a chance. Whenever you get a chance. Usually I'll go there sometimes and clean up the memorial, put some fresh flowers in there from the shark family. First Liberty's podcast, if Neil's out, then he was already interviewed. They wouldn't be able to call him in as a witness if there wasn't any evidence he knew anything. He can't just say, I don't know nothing like on TV. Oh, that's a good comment. That's a good comment. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Um, Neil bonded out. He might be roaming downtown LA. You might spot him if you're there, awaiting either a court trial or awaiting his parents to pick him up or a flight ticket back to Montana. I don't know, but oh man, I'll keep check the homeless encampments. Yeah, check those camps. Um, Tayson Deline. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys, and I'm gonna keep on with this case, as you know, whether there is news, whether there isn't news. Um, Continue to cover this. We're here for the right reasons, and you guys make it all happen. I really appreciate you guys, and thank you, my mods as well. I appreciate it. You guys have been great, and just everybody in chat today was amazing. Really cool, real respectful. And yeah, I'll keep on checking the Reddits, keep on checking my sources, keep on checking, inmate informations and check out, and if you guys, keep your eyes out there too, because there's only so much that I can see, I can look up, and sometimes you guys are my eyes and my ears out there. So I do appreciate that. You guys have a good day. East Coasters, stay safe. Okay. If you don't need to be out, don't be outside. Stay safe, man. That's wild, the snowstorm. So stay safe. You guys have an amazing day. Have a good weekend. If anything else breaks, I'll be on live again. Um, to bring you guys some news, or maybe we can do a members only, or maybe we can do something else or whatnot. But we'll keep on trucking. We keep on going. That's what this channel's about. We just keep on going, keep on doing it, and we do our thing over here. Flojo, oh, that's cool. Thank you, man. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Put a 499 super sticker, says pair character lifting some weights, saying keep it up, keep it up. Thank you, Flojo. I appreciate that. You guys have a good day. You guys have a really freaking good day. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna leave you guys with some exit music, and maybe, yeah. I mean, we do continue the conversation in voice chat. I would love to hear you guys' opinions and thoughts. Good idea. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a good night. Stay safe out there, guys. Stay safe. And justice for Celeste Rivas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good night, everybody.